What's up, guys? This is YeahBuoy. The Alabama just released and I can't wait to show you guys what it can do. This ship is awesome, I'm loving it. The Alabama is a tier 8 premium battleship and I just double citadeled this tier 9 Iowa. Hold up, we can do better than that. It's Rambo time, boys. Yee! It's Rambo time. Let's do this. Ooh, that had to hurt. Yeah, buddy. Wait a second, what is this? We have mail. It's mail time. 50 million silver. Can you say payday?
Payday.
Yeah, doggy. What else is this? We got the Admiral Groff. Admiral Groff. And we got the Alabama. Yeah. Yeah, buddy. Got two camouflage too. We got this nice blue camouflage to blend in. Or if we really want to stand out, we got the ice hockey camouflage. This is actually my personal favorite for this ship. Except for when I want to blend in, which in this case, I need to blend in because y'all were targeting the heck out of me. I could not get any footage. So I'm gonna be Zotom. That actually helped me get some footage. Let's talk some strategy and then I'll get into some really good footage after this. But I want to do strategy right now. First off, this is showing you guys the dispersion, but look, that battleship only needed one more salvo. Do you remember when I said in one of my previous videos, you gotta capitalize on opportunities when you see them? I specifically said, sometimes I will ignore ships that only need one more salvo in order to target another ship nearby while I still have the opportunity to get a really good shot on them. And that's what just happened right there. I ignored this Colorado, which only needed one more salvo to take out that Takao, because I wanted to make sure that I got that Takao while I still could. Now that Colorado, he wasn't going nowhere. That Colorado was not bothering anybody. He was off on the side of the map, no teammates nearby except for me. He wasn't harming nobody. Look at these rounds going up like missiles. Yeah, the Alabama shots go up and down. They go up and drop. American battleships for you. That was a really long-range shot. Now look at the time. We got about 10 seconds left. That means this salvo is it. Like, this is my only chance to win. And now we're winning by 20 points. We're winning by 20 points. So you remember what I talked about capitalizing on opportunities? That's what wins you matches. You want to increase your win rate, you got to watch out for those opportunities, capitalize on them. Sometimes you got to sacrifice really good shots that would sink a ship to take out another ship, like that Takao, while you have the opportunity to. I'll tell you what, Takaos can do a ton of damage. If you don't take them out and you just let them fire off all their torpedoes on you, you're not going to survive very long. You want to take out a Takao because they're kind of fragile. They're not like extremely fragile, but they're kind of fragile, you know? And they have really powerful long-range torpedoes, so you definitely want to take them out. Look at that Citadel on the tier pits. Wow. We got this Admiral Hipper. I kind of gave up on the tier pits to take advantage of this shot that I had on the Admiral Hipper. I saw him coming around the islands. Ooh, that had to hurt. And unfortunately, the Admiral Hipper has short-range torpedoes, so he was not able to get me right there. We got a double Citadel coming up with the Chap. I don't know how to pronounce the whole Russian name, so I'm gonna call him the Chap. The Chape. Double Citadel. Alright, so this is gonna be a Bismarck versus Alabama. What I'm really trying to do is show you guys how this ship performs against all different types of ships. You know, different tiers, different types like battleships, cruisers, destroyers. But this Bismarck was full HP and I wasn't. So this should give you an idea of the kind of power you're playing with here. The Alabama doesn't need anywhere near full health HP to take out a full health Bismarck 1v1. Now watch this. Those 9 rounds hit the Chape, however you pronounce the full name. Chape. And I'm about to get a whole nother salvo on him, but I was surprised at how well the armor held up right there. It didn't look like I took out too much health of his from my first salvo. Luckily, this second salvo really makes up for it. But I'm pretty impressed by how well this ship, this cruiser in front of me, held up from my first salvo. He does have torpedoes, but they actually ran out of range whenever he fired them the first time on me. And this is driving me nuts. What is this? The rock. I was backing up so that Iowa wouldn't have line of sight on me. The Iowa's moving forward, so I'm like, my efforts were futile. Time to move forward. Yes! Finally. No! You didn't, Wakanda. Wakanda! It's cool. I'm cool with it. I actually promote that kind of a playstyle. It's good that you take out enemies as quick as possible. Wakanda, you did a good thing, son. So look, this guy's fleeing, right? Put your aiming indicator on the front of his ship. On the nose of the ship when they're fleeing. And here's me targeting a destroyer, the Kiev. Is that how you pronounce it? The Kiev? Look at this dispersion on this Colorado. Look at that. That was nice. Let's see that again. Ooh, and again. Look at the penetration, man. Now look at this aiming bug right here. Watch this. What is that? What are you doing? Look at aiming bug. I'm trying to hit the Colorado main. Why you messing with my shots, bruh? Why you messing with my shots, bruh? Slow-mo. What is this? What is this? This nonsense. Oh, it was ugly. Big hits on the decal. We got a Colorado, a little over 11 kilometers away. I'll get into a review later in this video. Right now I'm just trying to get a bunch of gameplay clips of firing at different ships at different distances, different angles, so you get a feel for how it is to play this ship in a whole bunch of different types of scenarios, different situations, aiming at different angles. It's a nice citadel. Look at this, Colorado behind the island. So this is a big plus for this ship. Because the arc is so high and it goes up and just drops. You can hit ships like this behind the island. Wasn't that beautiful? That was very nice. You cannot do that in a Japanese battleship. It's definitely a flagship of the American battleships. Look at the wide dispersion. Look at how wide this dispersion is. But it still hit 5 out of 9 rounds and a citadel. I am satisfied. Definitely happy with that. Now watch this. Look at my aiming. Did you see that? My aiming indicator. Did you see that? It whacked out for a second. Like, what was that? It's like the aircraft carrier's planes bugged out my aiming indicator. Watch this. 50% playback speed. Slow motion. What is it doing? It was already focused and then it spazzed out. Look, normal speed. Oh, it's spazzing out. Back to normal again. What was that? What the heck? It's like the planes coming down from the aircraft carrier screwed up my aiming indicator. That's definitely a new bug. I have not seen that in over a year of playing this game. First time I've ever seen that bug. Now check this out. On the minimap, there's only this destroyer and this battleship in front of me. And I did have another teammate over here, but he sunk while I was on my way. But oh my gosh, now there is another ship. There's a Kagero. I don't even know if that's how you pronounce it, but dude, I wasn't expecting it to be 3v1, which now it's 2v1. But whatever. I'll do my best. I'm actually gonna start turning around to head the other way. But I believe that I have a pretty good shot taking out this Iowa, so I'm gonna start turning to the right. Look how much damage I did with that double Citadel. And I'm up tiered right here. They are one tier higher than I am. I'm quite impressed. Double Citadeling a battleship that's a tier higher than me. Look how much damage I'm just wrecking havoc on this Iowa. And unfortunately, this Kagero sneaks up on my left side. I was hoping he'd go around the other side of the rock, but he didn't. Look at this, set of fire. Done. Oh, that's clutch. That's clutch. Pretty satisfied. Check out this Atlanta. Atlanta is a damage machine, but it's very fragile. Oh, satisfaction. All right, so this is the end of a battle. I just wanted to include this, just why not? Because it's at the end of a match. It was satisfying. If I found it satisfying, you might find it satisfying. Who knows? I liked it. Now check this out. So I'm gonna fire at this Alabama, but I want y'all to pay attention to how much damage I receive in return. It looks like there's only 2 battleships, now there's 3. 3 battleships over here and a cruiser. 4v1 right here, I'm taking all the fire basically. Did you see how much health I lost from those 2 salvos from the 2 battleships? Anyway, that was the point. Show you how much health I lost from the 2 battleships firing at me. So the Alabama can tank, but it can also take a lot of damage if you have 2 battleships at once firing at you. Now the point of these clips right here is to show you what you can do as far as like dispersion from either medium to long range. A little further, it's a little more than medium range, closer to long. These are all over 10 kilometer shots. Until I think after this ship, it's gonna get a lot closer. Look at that. Very, very nice dispersion. Now we're getting closer, we're under 10 kilometers. This is an Iowa, again, this is tier 9, I'm in a tier 8 ship. So I had a Citadel, oh, another Citadel, back-to-back Citadels, very nice, very nice. Oh, and now a triple Citadel. Dude, I had a Citadel on 3 salvos in a row, 114,000 damage. We need to change our name. We'll go back to YeahBuoy. We don't want to get caught. I'm not supposed to change my name. Did y'all know that? I'm supposed to let everyone know I'm a press account, but I swear guys, I cannot get footage with you guys targeting the heck out of me. I have to be YeahBuoy. If y'all want to see gameplay, I gotta be YeahBuoy, I'm sorry. I have to break the rules if y'all want footage, because I wasn't getting anything from y'all targeting me all the time. All right, I'm gonna let this be a full match. By the way, guys, just so you know, I've noticed, I don't know if it had to do with my name or the ship, but probably both. I think that people target Alabamas like crazy because it's a new ship, and it's super, like, I think it's kind of overpowered because maybe because of the dispersion. I don't know. You know, it has the same damage on the rounds as the North Carolina. But whatever it is, I'm doing a ton more damage in this ship than my North Carolina. So if you do get Alabama, I would suggest playing conservatively. I mean, I play aggressive just because that's how I play. But I did build my commander conservatively. I built my commander like almost full survival mode. I wanted to make sure that I was surviving, because I know this ship can do damage. Like, damage is not a problem with this ship, but surviving might be, because it's a brand new ship and some people recognize my name. So because of how much I'm getting targeted, I was like, I definitely need to set up this commander pretty much full survival mode. Flooding resistance, like reduce flooding damage, reduce fire damage, increase HP return. Everything I could. I think I'll actually go over that at the end of this video. I think that I went full survival mode on everything except for my precise aim. I increased the duration on my precise aim. I think that I also increased the number of precise aims that I have as well. We'll see. You know, I was gonna be silent during this part of the whole match because I'm not cutting this match apart into little bits and pieces. This is the full match, unedited, so I was actually gonna be silent during this part. I guess I'll just explain my train of thought instead, so that y'all aren't left in the silence. So yeah, basically, in most matches, if you want to optimize your damage, you need to keep in mind where you're going to go next at all times. Once you're done with the ship that you're currently targeting, where are you going to go next? You need to already be headed in that direction. That's a strategy I haven't said yet in all my videos. And I actually plan on making a straight up strategy video. I haven't done that yet, but I want to do that really bad. I really want to make a strategy video, like just basic strategies for every kind of map. One thing that you always want to do for every match is, if you want to optimize your damage and your effectiveness in a battle, you need to plan ahead your path. Where are you going to go next? You know, once you're done shooting at the ship you're currently shooting at, once they're sunk, well then what? You want to be ready to shoot at the next ship very soon after the ship you're currently firing at gets sunk. So always keep an eye on your minimap, where your teammates are. Start off with the most vulnerable enemy that you know you can hit, or you at least think you have a good shot at hitting. And move in the direction that allows you to target the next enemy after that. So you don't just focus on one enemy at a time. Be aware of the whole enemy team. Especially the enemy that you're going to target after your current target. So for me right now, I'm targeting this battleship. After this, I'm going to target the destroyer. Well, I still have to take out this battleship, so I'm putting my ship in reverse because I'm not quite ready to take on that destroyer. I mean, after all, this ship has like, what, a 22-second reload time, something like that. 21, 22, I forget. So I'm not quite ready to take on this destroyer, so I'm reversing. I am gonna eat these torpedoes. It's okay. I'm definitely not ready. And did you see that? This island ate all of my rounds. I would have sunk this guy, and the island... Oh, I should have waited. If I had waited, this salvo could have been it. My main guns. But yeah. 119,000 damage. That was very nice. I mean, that seemed kind of easy, honestly. 119,000 damage is easy to do in a really good ship. As long as you make that path, as long as you plan the path, you gotta know where you're going. Be ready to shoot at the next enemy as soon as they're ready to be shot at. As soon as your current target is sunk, you need to be in the right position. So here's my stats for the first 30 games in my Alabama. And I've only played 30 games. I'm not gonna play 30 more games, or any more games actually, because I'm pretty sure I got enough footage for you guys. Alright guys, so let's change my name back real quick, and then I'll go over the commander skills and my review over the whole entire ship. There we go. And let me sync my audio and video real quick. 1, 2, 3. Alright, hopefully I can use that. I was really conservative with my commander skills. I wanted to boost my survivability. Normally I will boost a ship's strengths to make it even stronger, but the Alabama does so much damage. I really didn't think that I needed to boost its strengths in this case. What I really wanted to do was survive. As I said earlier, I had to change my name because I was getting targeted so much. That was a combination of everyone targeting Alabamas because they're Alabamas, they're new ships, they're really powerful. Everyone wants to sink the new ship. But I found that when I changed my name, I was not being targeted anymore at the very beginning of a match, every single match. In fact, I was rarely targeted after I changed my name, which allowed me to get a ton of really good footage for you guys. But even then, I'm hearing a lot of people on Discord saying that they're getting targeted a lot too, and Alabamas. So it's definitely not just me. Alabamas are being targeted, so you're gonna wanna go with a lot of survivability options, at least right now, as the ship was just released and everyone's in for Alabamas. They got them on their list, their to-do list, sink Alabamas. So I did go with Artillery Maintenance Expert because I thought that might be more useful than High Alert. I really don't think High Alert gives you as much benefit as you think it would. So I went with Artillery Maintenance Expert. I would always go, I would recommend everyone go with Victorious Charge, Generalist, Extinguisher, Compartment Maintenance, and everyone has to, I mean, you should really consider going with Marksman. I think Marksman is a must, really. I really do. Like, fully prepared is not going to give you as much benefit as Marksman, because with Marksman, you know, precise aim lasts for 20 seconds. Well, your salvos are 22 seconds. You have a 22-second reload time on your main guns. Look down here in the bottom right. I'm going to tap here. You have a 22-second reload time on your main guns. And if we go to the details here, precise aim, increase gun accuracy by 35% for 20 seconds. Well, with a 22-second reload time on your main guns, you need Marksman to get 2 salvos of your main guns off within one use of precise aim. So with 25% increased skill duration, you're gonna get those 2 salvos off. And then I went with Horizontal Protection Expert for more survivability. That's really the only option for battleships right here anyways. I mean, you could go with Citadel damage by main battery. I mean, you do get Citadels quite a lot in this ship, as y'all have seen. But considering how much you're getting targeted, I would definitely go with Horizontal Expert. Horizontal Protection Expert anyways. As long as you can survive, you can do a ton of damage in this thing. For the tier 9 skill right here, you could go with Close Quarters Combat Expert or Demolition Expert. I went with Demolition Expert. I'd rather take out enemy main guns or secondary guns or torpedo tubes or whatever, rather than my secondary guns, you know, getting boosted, because most of the fight I'm spending kind of far away, or at least mid-range. I'm not spending most of my fight in close quarters like I would in a German battleship. So because of that, I'm getting more benefit, I think, out of Demolition Expert than I am Close Quarters Expert, because Demolition Expert is a constant benefit. You benefit from this skill in every single situation, every time you fire rounds. Close Quarters Combat Expert is situational, and it's, of course, it's only when you're close quarters with the enemy. So I think you're gonna get way more use out of Demolition Expert. Yeah, guys, all right, let's go on and compare the Alabama and review the ship as a whole. So there's 5 ships, 5 tier 8 battleships, at least right now. It's February 24th, I think. It's like 1:51 a.m. on February 24th. So we have 5 battleships. The Alabama has the lowest hit points in its class, but it's number 1 in terms of survivability as a whole. Only the North Carolina and the Alabama have over 12.5% fire and flooding resistance, and with the elite bonus, their fire and flooding resistance increases from 20 to 23%. So if you compare the Alabama and the North Carolina right here, the Alabama has 15% damage reduction, which is tied with all of the T8 battleships except for the Amagi, which has 13.5%. And finally, the Alabama has 23.85% torpedo damage reduction, which is by far the best in its class. Number 2 is the Tier Pits, which even with equipment, it's at just less than 19%. Look here, I'm tapping on it. It's at 18.98%. As far as maneuverability, the Alabama is in 5th place for top speed, tied with the North Carolina for slowest in its class. But the Alabama is 3rd place in terms of acceleration. And I'm gonna tap right here on the acceleration, 21.7 seconds. And I do have the acceleration equipment, by the way. Look at my equipment here, got dispersion, acceleration, and steering. Alright, now where was I? For main guns, on paper, the Alabama is tied for number 1, but I think it has better dispersion than the North Carolina, so I'm gonna go with number 1. I mean, really, if you just look at the numbers here, HE damage, AP damage, secondary damage, the North Carolina and Alabama are tied, but because of that dispersion, I'm putting Alabama at number 1. I'm getting way more damage in my Alabama than I am in my North Carolina. Now notice the North Carolina's main guns. Where is it? Oh, is it main or secondary guns? The secondary guns. The secondary guns are MK12 on the North Carolina, whereas the Alabama are MK32. I don't know what that means, but I'm assuming that might contribute to increased damage capabilities of the Alabama. I mean, I would assume it would have to do with dispersion or something, but I really have no idea. I really know nothing about battleships in real life. All I know is how to play and how to get damage and how to survive and whatnot. All I know is how to play this game. I don't know like real life stuff about the Navy. But one more thing you might notice, which doesn't really matter, is that the North Carolina has a slightly longer range than the Alabama. But honestly, that doesn't really matter because you're not really going to notice the difference when you're in battle. The Alabama is tied for the shortest range main guns along with the Tier Pits and the Bismarck. They all have the shortest range of all the Tier A battleships. And the Alabama's secondary guns have the shortest range and the lowest damage, but they have the fastest reload time, and I'm really pleased with the dispersion. So, not complaining about the Alabama's secondary guns at all. I really like them, actually. I was surprised to see that the Alabama's secondary guns are the lowest damage and the shortest range, because I really didn't notice it in battle. I did not notice that. I just was really satisfied with them in battle. The Alabama has slightly better anti-aircraft damage than the North Carolina, which makes the Alabama number 1 in its class for anti-aircraft armament. So what's the overall rankings? The Alabama is number 1 in terms of survivability, number 1 in terms of dodging torpedoes, number 1 in terms of damage capabilities, number 1 in terms of anti-aircraft defense.
Hey, Buoy.
What?
You forgot about surface detection.
Oh yeah, the Alabama is the smallest battleship in its class and has the lowest surface detection, so it is number 1 there as well. The Alabama is the number 1 Tier 8 battleship. Parentheses, stop reading the script and drop the mic. Oh,